Hello everyone, this is Victor Momo from Excel Moments, and in this video I want to show how to use the XLOOKUP function for finding the last non-blank cell in a row. On my channel I have a video on using the XLOOKUP function for creating dynamic ranges. That focused more on vertical ranges or column vectors, if you may, one column. But here we're going to apply the XLOOKUP function to finding the last non-blank cell in a row. Before the advent of the XLOOKUP, we typically would use a construct like this, using the lookup function, something a lot of people don't understand. In a subsequent video, I'm going to break it down, explain how the lookup function works, and how and why it can be applied in solving this problem. But for now, let's focus on XLOOKUP. So this is the data set we have here, where we have different items in some pseudo manufacturing company, right? And they didn't start manufacturing on the same date, so you have a couple of blanks before you now start having data. And of course some of them finish production before the others, so they don't all run all the way to the end. But what you want to be able to return here is the last entry, the last production number for each of these items. So here 24, 26, 33, 22, 31, 32. So what do? We use the XLOOKUP function, and we take advantage of one very important feature of the XLOOKUP function, which is the fact that it can search from last to first, which is kind of saying, in this case, searching from right to left. It's easy to find the first non-blank cell when you go from left to right. It's more difficult to find, the last one. But if you have a function that allows you to search from right to left, the first one you find from right to left is obviously the last one from left to right, if you understand what I'm saying. So let's get into it. So XLOOKUP, pull up the XLOOKUP function. The first argument is the lookup value. This may not be apparent to us right now, so I'm going to skip over it. It's going to become pretty obvious when we get to the next set of arguments. Then we come back and we fill it in. So the lookup array. So what do I want to check really? I really want to test if these cells are blank or not blank. So I could either use maybe this blank function, but I could just test, select the cells, right, and test if they are what? Not blank. This is going to give me, some bunches of trues and falses. So for everywhere it's blank, it's a false. For everywhere it's not blank, it's a true. So what I'm really looking for is what? Is a true, right? Non-blank, true. So obviously my lookup value now should be what? True. I put that in here. But I just wanted to kind of show why it's a true, because if I just written true, like, oh, where's that coming from? So I'm looking for a true within that array. Now, what do I want to return? I want to return, just the same data, right? So it's pretty much find it and then return the same set of data. Now, if it's not found, this is pretty much like your if error. You can return a blank, you can skip it if you want. It doesn't really change much in this, and it's also an optional argument, as you can see. Now, the match mode. Ideally, I probably would have used, a wildcard if I were looking for, the last non-blank cell, because I really don't know what the value is. But with my construct, I'm definitely sure that, I need to find a true within that array. So I can go with what? An exact match. Find true for me within, the array I've given you. So I'll go with 0. Now, this is the important part that really makes it work. The search mode. How am I searching? I'm not searching from first to last. If I search from first to last, I'm going to find what? The first non-blank cell. But if I search from last to first, then I'll find the last non-blank cell. So here, I'm just going to do -1. Close the bracket, Control Enter, and then double click to go down. And you have what you want: 24, 26, 33, and so on. That's pretty much how it works. Relatively easy, you would say. So if you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel Excel Moments. You can also hit the like button. You can post comments and ask me questions. I would gladly, answer or respond even with videos, depending on, your need. So in the next video, I would solve the same problem using the lookup function, which is already out there, but just try to explain you know how it works and why it works. I'm out.